Booked and busy, but still want opportunities and clients rolling in? I've got you. When your calendar's full, marketing feels like it's the first thing to slip. That's why today I'm sharing 7 of my low effort, high impact marketing moves, the kind you can knock out in 15 minutes or less this week. So if you love my favorite ways to stay visible, get referrals, and keep momentum going, even when you're fully booked, let's dive in. Welcome to the Establish Yourself podcast, your guide to elevating your brand, offers, and systems as a coach, consultant, or service provider. I'm Annie Franceschi of Greatest Story Creative. I'm a brand strategist, author, former Disney storyteller, and forever Muppet fan. If you're ready for next level success, we'll get clear on your brand, package your process, and streamline your systems so you can land quality clients, boost profit, and make time for big dreams in your business and beyond. If you're ready for less confusion and more magic, it's time to establish yourself. As I have shared on the show before, I am a huge fan of being really strategic with my time. As someone who spends a lot of time working with clients, I know firsthand how hard it is to squeeze in marketing to stay top of mind with clients, even when you are working with them. In the work that we do as service business owners, our time is money. When you sell your availability, your experience, your time, I like to say that none of us are selling coffee cups. I'm not out there trying to sell a million coffee cups. I am out there selling time with me, my insight, my experience, etc. So most of us, our time is our inventory and we have to protect it, but we also need to keep putting our name out there, right? So we stay top of mind so that those dream opportunities and incredible clients continue to come our way. You can't afford to vanish just because you're busy. But when marketing is really overwhelming, it's so easy to push to the back burner until you're suddenly in a season where you need new leads and opportunities. And then there's a gap, right? You don't want to be playing catch up. It's really hard to make time for marketing. It can feel like, well, if I'm not doing something big like a podcast, then I'm not marketing, but that's really not true. And so I've pulled together a list of low effort, high impact marketing moves that you can do in 15 minutes or less. You don't have to hustle harder. You just need some smart moves. Even if you put one of these into action, you will stay on people's radar and people will continue to think of you and come to you when you are the perfect fit for their opportunity or solution. So, our first marketing move today is to get clear and tell people. I want you to pick one thing you want to focus on for the next 90 days. What is one thing that would move the needle in helping you stay visible and growing or scaling your practice? Maybe it is getting booked on podcast. Maybe it's speaking for healthcare organizations. Maybe it's meeting other CPAs. Whatever it is, I want you to pick one thing and I want you to write it down, put it on a Post-it, and then here's the magic. Start telling people that goal consistently. For example, right now, my focus for this quarter is audience growth. And so what I'm telling my network is, hey, what I'm really trying to do right now is guest on more podcasts for coaches, consultants, and service business owners. And I want to connect with folks who have communities of those people because I have a great talk that helps them network and connect better. So I'm very meta sharing this with you for a really strategic purpose, right? So this podcast functions as my marketing. I'm telling you exactly what my goal is for the next 90 days. And I know someone is going to listen to this. Maybe it's you right now and go, wait a minute, I have a show, or I know someone Annie should know. I'm going to reach out. Please do. Please come find me on LinkedIn or email me. But can you hear the intention in that? Sometimes we overlook the real utility in just picking something and telling people so that they know. We're all so busy, but picking like one thing that it's like, hey, I want to connect with this kind of provider, or I want introductions to this kind of person. If you share that more clearly and consistently, people will start to look around in their world. They'll try to help you. So we want to put intention, we want to get clear and tell people. So that is the first marketing move, is something you can do in 15 minutes. Sit down, think about what you really want to have happen in the next 90 days. Is it more clients, more opportunities, more speaking engagements? Are you working on a book? Like, what is the thing that you would love to see the change in? And then what's one thing you could tell other people that would help you grow? All right, our second marketing move is to create your referral intro. One of the best things you can do is be ready to get those referrals and opportunities. When you are clear on what you want, it's going to be time to make it easy for others to help you. Try my brand new free tool, the Referral Intro Generator. This is going to help you create a personalized 3 sentence paragraph that you can use to follow up fast with confidence. You're going to make it crazy simple for someone to introduce you, and they're going to actually do it. This is a tool I created because I personally struggled and slowed down with follow up. I would meet someone and not take the next step when they said, "Hey, I want to introduce you to this person," or maybe you should meet this person, or, using one of my goals, "Hey, I know a podcast you could be on." Great. Because I've taken the time to create this referral intro paragraph, I can immediately, within 60 seconds or less, follow up fast, look like a pro, make it so easy so that the other person can make that connection fast without having to think about it. You know, Taking that simple system and making it real is so exciting. So if you've not tried this tool, it's completely free to use. It's called the Referral Intro Generator. You can try it at greateststorycreative.com/, referral intro generator. One of my longtime clients and extremely accomplished best-selling author, international speaker, and health and productivity leader, Marcy Rader. She shared in her recent newsletter called The Weekender all about this tool. And she said, "The referral intro generator from Annie Franceschi is my new go-to for helping others help me. In less than 2 minutes, it gave me a stellar paragraph people can use to refer me without fumbling the handoff." That's what we want. Here's my third marketing move you can make in 15 minutes or less. Send a post networking referral email. Maybe you had a coffee date last week. You met someone amazing. Take a moment and follow up with them today and say, "It was so great to meet you. I love what you're doing. P.S. Here is a cut and paste paragraph you're welcome to use if you ever want to introduce me to someone or you think there's someone I should know." That's what the referral intro generator helps you do. Literally, you can follow up in 30 seconds and knock it out in between all of your busy client calls. So I want you to save this as a template so you're ready anytime you meet someone, anytime you do a virtual one-to-one, you meet someone at an event, at a conference, you are going to be the rock star that sets the tone, who's prepared, who's telling people who they are, what they do, and what they want. And that is how we're going to get more of what you want in 15 minutes or less. Love that, right? So you're going to want to send a post networking referral email so people don't forget who you are. They have your information handy, and maybe they go ahead and make some of those great introductions for you. Our fourth marketing move, run a "do they know what I know" check-in. Here's the funny thing I've realized in a decade plus of business. We all create new stuff all the time. But how many of us actually tell the people we work with and our past clients and our top referring partners about that new stuff? I'm willing to wager it's pretty rare. I know for myself, I tend to think, well, the people who already know me, I don't want to bother them. Like, they're probably really busy or they saw my post on LinkedIn. But in reality, most of our network does not know the minute by minute and the new things that we have created. Maybe you have a new lead magnet. Maybe you have a new signature talk. Maybe you have a new program. You've switched to a new audience. Something, I'm willing to bet some things have changed in your business. So I want you to stop and ask yourself, what has changed in your business in the past 3 to 6 months? How many people actually know that? If you stop and really consider, I'm willing to bet that most of your top folks, your current and past clients, your referral partners, even some of your friends and family, don't really know what you're up to. So I want to encourage you to do this check-in with yourself. Do they know what I know? Who does not know what I've been up to? I have a checklist for this. If you have my book, Establish Yourself, it comes with a free workbook, and there's actually a checklist. called the Do They Know What I Know checklist. And it helps you to think through this exercise of who have I not told about what. So there's a whole list of all these new things you could have. I want to encourage you to make sure you're letting people in your world know directly what is new. And one of my favorite ways to do that is a personal email. So, not a broadcast, but sending a specific personal email to check in, ask someone how they are, express genuine care and appreciation for that relationship, and communicate this. I've seen great success. I have a program called Action Club, and I've heard anecdotally many of our members have taken me up on this. It can feel a little funny if you haven't been in the practice of doing it. But again, an email will take you 15 minutes or less to shoot over a note. Hey, how are you? By the way, I wanted to make sure I had let you know that I have this new program or this new audience or this new offer, etc. And it doesn't have to be a pitch. One of my favorite little hacks for this is to start that part of the email to say, I'm trying to be better about making sure I share what's going on in my world, kind of acknowledging that you are trying something new to share what is new in your world. Our fifth marketing move, reconnect with past clients. This week, set 15 minutes, email 3 people that you have not seen in a while. It could be a really simple note. It could even be a text, doesn't have to be an email, but just simply, hey, just checking in, no agenda, wanted to know what's new in your world. I just took a past client to lunch and it wasn't about pitching. It was just supporting her and catching up and genuinely wanting to know how she was. She in turn wanted to know what was going on with me. And I took an opportunity to share what's new in my world. And I'll say that I know specifically from this particular client, she's told me that one of the reasons she loves working with me and she's come back to work with me over many projects over many years is that I do this kind of thing, that I show up, I encourage her, I support her even when we're not currently working together. I think that's why I have so many clients who return and refer with so much confidence. They know that I genuinely care and I don't forget about them after our work together. So I know it can be awkward, but I've done this with people I hadn't seen in years. And I was so grateful. I started doing this more last year. I made a document and I brainstormed who are the people I've not seen in a really long time. And one of my clients I reached out to and we got lunch, and I don't think we'd seen each other in person for at least 2 years. And unfortunately, and to great surprise, I think about 2 months after our lunch, she passed away unexpectedly. And I had never been more grateful that I had taken the 5 minutes to send her a note to say, hey, I haven't seen you in forever. I'll really treasure the conversation that we had. And I knew that she was happy and fulfilled in her work. And again, it wasn't about necessarily getting new business, but it was about keeping that relationship alive. And so, we never know. We never know what's going to happen. So, don't feel weird if you haven't reached out to these people. There's just always opportunity ahead to do that. So I would encourage you to reconnect with 3 past clients this week. Our sixth marketing move, practice the rule of 2. When you meet someone great, maybe you're on their podcast or you did a one-to-one with them and you're really vibing with them, I want to encourage you to ask them a very simple question. Do you know 2 other people that I should meet? This is a strategy that I started using when I was in the film industry in Los Angeles. I used to work for the Walt Disney Studios. My husband worked for the talent agency CAA, and we would both go out networking. And someone taught us this strategy. I can't remember who it was. Somebody told us in a coffee. They said, every time you meet somebody, ask for 2 more connections. So in the business networking context, I refer to this as the rule of 2. So I want you to kind of have that in mind. When you meet someone that's just such an amazing fit and you kind of get along and maybe they're very aligned to the goals that you have in your business right now, just simply ask them that are there 2 other people you think I should know? Math's not my strong suit, but if you ask for 2 instead of 1, your network is going to grow exponentially with more incredible people. This is simple, smart networking. It can double your results and connect you to the right people, again, in 15 minutes or less a week. It takes 30 seconds to ask, hey, are there 2 people you should know? And when you need to follow up, right? When they said, yeah, you should meet Carol and Dave, great. When you get off the call or you go home, you can email your new friend and say, thank you for offering to introduce me to Carol and Dave. Here is a quick referral intro paragraph you are welcome to use or change, but I thought this might be useful to make that fast and easy. I promise to let you know how it goes. Last but not least, pay it forward. I think most of us who've been in business for a while have gotten there because we're good at paying it forward. A lot of what I've talked about today is talking to people, reaching out, building relationships with others, staying top of mind. And I hope that you've also heard the thread of it's not just broadcasting, right? It's reaching out to people and asking how they are and having an opportunity to get to know what's new in their world and encouraging them, opening doors for them. If you meet someone who's amazing and you want to connect them to someone, but they don't have a referral intro paragraph, you could send them the link to my tool so they can have one. Say, hey, take 2 minutes and fill this out and send me what you get. And I will introduce you to this incredible person or this incredible organization. I want you to know and to trust that the goodwill you're putting out into the world will come back to you in spades. So that's a 15-minute marketing move that's going to pay off time and time again and feel authentic, right? I know you want to support people. You're going to make those thoughtful intros and you're going to share the good stuff. So bringing it all around, what I've tried to share with you today is how important it is to make it easy. Make it easy for you to keep up your marketing and visibility efforts. Make it easy for others to know what it is you want and how to connect you to it. So let's recap. These are the 15-minute marketing moves you can try this week. Get clear and tell people what you're looking for. Create that go-to referral intro. Send a post-networking email. Run a do they know what I know check-in. Reconnect with 3 past clients. Practice the rule of 2 and be sure to pay it forward. Even if you try only one, you're taking a big step towards staying visible without burning out. Here's to valuing our time and making it count. Hey, do you like surprises? Here comes the show's credits, but just like a Marvel movie, stay to the end so you don't miss something fun I put in just for you. Thanks for tuning in to the Establish Yourself podcast. I'm Annie Franceschi, and I want to hear from you. Follow me on LinkedIn. Share your favorite takeaway from today's episode as a comment on my latest post. Mention your favorite Muppet in your message so I know you're a fan of the show. And for expert branding help, a free consultation, and more resources, visit greateststorycreative.com/podcast. Now, here it is, your moment of magic. Listen in to a recent coffee chat I had with my son. Leo, how old are you?
100,000 million.
You look really good for 100,000 million.
Actually, I'm just 6. I'm 7.
Actually, you're 5.
Actually, I'm 8. My mom's telling you lies, so don't listen to her.
How old am I?
100,000 million 99.
Do I look good for that age?
Yep. But Rosie.